Yes, people, welcome and welcome back to the morning side extra. Bless upon yourself. You don't know we're there again. We don't have to just reach out, with the people back again. Just a few hours before it's match day kickoff in Nicaragua. I would say doing this video, it's around between seven and 6 hours before kickoff. You don't know, but they have to talk about some little things. But before we get any further, people, big up on yourself as usual. Thanks for supporting the video. Really appreciate it, and welcome to the morning side extra, the second video of the day. And let me read out something. So the officials for the game against Nicaragua and the Reggae Boys, it will be a Guatemalan referee, Mario Alberto Escobar. He is the referee that's going to be in the middle of this very important game between these two teams, and all the officials, from the linesman, from the fourth official, and also I think you call it the match referee. I think that's what they call it. I don't remember, but the fifth officials, everyone will be Mexican. And the assistants, referee will be Michael Ricardo Espinosa and Leonardo Javier Castillo, and the fourth official will be Victor Alfonso Casares. All Mexican for the assistant teams that's going to assist the Guatemalan referee in the middle for the game later. And also, it is already a record-breaking day for Nicaragua. And guess what? And we do it the first time, September the 8th, 2015, when we, knocked them out of the World Cup qualifier. I think the quest to go to Russia during that time. We knocked them out and we beat them 2-0 in Nicaragua. And that was the time when they got 20,000 capacity in the national stadium in Managua. And guess what? It already smashed, I must say. Tickets already smashed. Tickets gone through the roof. It's already breaking from yesterday night in Nicaragua that it will be another record breaking day again in their football history in their stadium that built, I think, in 2011. You understand? So the Reggae Boys have set that with Nicaragua, and I think 9 years after, they're going to break it again. So glad to see that the Reggae Boys and Nicaragua having, some record breaking right there. But I mean, look, preparation for this game, it's been garbage. It's been garbage, since the Reggae Boys have, since the team have left Kingston. The weather, the players have to be training in some thunderstorm. It's not the best of preparation, but people, wake up, it's time. It's time for the big game. We're feeling the spirit. We're feeling it. We might not have the best of results in the last 10 years in Central America and Central American side. I think we last 11 games, 3 wins, 4 lost, and only 1 draw. The 3 wins came against Honduras twice and Nicaragua in that special game 9 years ago. So those are the 3 games that the last time we won on Central American side, in the last 9 to 10 years. So but look, very excited game, people. It should be a happy moment, cherishing moment. It's a feel good moment, to be a Reggae boy. I don't know if you guys are feeling that spirit, that vibe. It's like every time when the national team expect to play, it's always that joyful moment in us, you understand, to watch our national team, because guess what, we knew the squad that we have, and guess what, be hopeful and be blessed of the players that is currently in this squad. And also big up to the federation. We have seen big improvements within the federation as well, you understand. But people, it's match day, it's the game day. It's going to be live in a few hours from now in Managua, in Nicaragua. People, we're ready as a nation, and we're going to support our team on the television. You understand? Big up to the few people that travel in Managua, going to watch a game and support the Reggae Boys. But guess what? It's match day, man. Let's be happy. Remove all those doubtful from your mind. Those negative thinking. You understand? But I'm just saying, man, preparation wasn't the best. We saw the weather, that hit. Florida, that's the same weather. Left back, in Central America, bare rain. The players barely could get a very good practice session in. But the turf, it will be important, McLaren, the players are going to adjust properly to the turf, hopefully, they can get it, but guess what, it's going to be a tight pitch, it's going to be very good, you understand, I'm doing this video, I'm watching England, I did, but, it's going to be a tight pitch, it's going to be a small pitch, they're used to it, it's going to be a compact game, it's going to be easy to close down players. It's a smaller pitch than that we played in Honduras and the National Stadium, so the players, it's going to be a close game, it's going to be easier to get over, it's going to be easier, to close down players, so players thinking, it's going to have to be sharp and precise, you understand. Next up, my starting lineup, will be only one change. Amaribel and Dexter Lembekisa. What happened in the last game? Amaribel got injured for Luton Town. Dexter Lembekisa, he rested in that Honduras game. So my decision is to bring back over Reggae from that right hand side to the left back position, and also bring back Dexter in that right back position. That's my only change. Look, continuity is very important, especially a new coach. He's looking for stability. He's looking for a core of players that he can trust. So I'm just saying, look, one change is enough. Players currently get into the squad, like Tariq McGee, players that, Kevin Lambert, players that didn't get called up in last camp, Romario Williams, they still adjusting to what Steve McLaren is asking for. So I think, just play the players that, a lot of people are saying, Bobby Reid should be benched, but look, continuity, Joel Latibodiere, Casey Palmer, and Bobby Reid in that middle, as you could see on the screen, I would say Dexter Lembekisa, Damian Lowe, Pinnock, and Greg Lay in the back four, and Andre Blake. But remember, the last time these two teams played, talking about Andre Blake was the only player in the last squad that beat Nicaragua in Managua. He survived, you understand? So he has been there for a long time. That's 9 years ago. And for Nicaragua, I think, Barrera, the veteran player, the 35-year-old, he was in that starting lineup as well for Nicaragua, and that special moment there when we broke their heart. They're going to come for revenge. They need it. They're talking about it. This is a day in Nicaraguan football in history that they cannot forget this day. And guess what? Nicaragua is on a run, but the starting lineup, but I was saying, before I'm going to come back to that, but Antonio up front, Demarai Gray on the left, I don't know, optional, maybe, Norman Campbell, as I always said, look, he picked up a knock. I don't know how serious that was when he's played the last club game for Randers FC, in the Danish league. So, if he's okay to play, that will be my only change, Norman Campbell and Antonio and Demarai Gray, up front, and Casey, Joel, and Bobby Reid in the midfield. Again, everyone going to have to work together, going to have to close on the space, win the second balls, dominate the here. We are much physical, we are taller than these players, we are more athletic, dominate our play to our advantage, you understand? So it's very good, but continuity is very important for Steve McLaren and the starting lineup, especially for the players that want to understand and having the drive to try to perform what the coach want on the pitch, the new system, how we want to play the midfield, how we want to progress the ball from our defense into the attacking third. That's all I want to talk about. And so when I look on the Nicaragua team, home game, they have scored 26 goals, 8 goals they have scored in the first half. So it's a team that can score goal in the first half. It's a team that going to play quick. It's a team that going to play the La Voltista style, of the Mexican style. Marco Antonio Figueroa, the coach, he have developed his style of play in Mexico as well. He have played majority of his club career in Mexico, so you have that, that quick, precise, quick La Bolsita, as Mexican call it, quick, the player that going to track the ball and the runner, so he's going to come with a style and pattern. But again, they're going to expect, their expectation in this game, is to get 3 points at home, but it won't be easy. They know the REAGGAE is a tough team. It's going to be a tough game. I expect at least 8 of those players that start in the last game against Cuba, in Cuba, to start in this game, but one thing, is Byron Bonilla Yeah, he is the X factor for this team. Yeah, he is the X factor for this team. You know, who don't listen to the video that I dropped this morning with the Morning Insider, listen what the journalist Edir have to say about this Nicaraguan team and the ghost man Marco Antonio Figueroa.
You know, it's kind of surprising, but if you ask everybody in Nicaragua, they're confident they can get the 3 points.
Yeah.
And that's good because their national team, I will say, it has never been like this. They've been playing, I will say, very tactical, very precise. It's not like a team that will, suffocate you, attack you,
Yeah.
but they're very effective. They just play effective football, which is it's tough to do. Like the coach has a strong connection with the players. The Fantasma Figueroa, with Jose Antonio Figueroa, the Chilean coach. This national team, it's men business. They mean business. They've been nationalizing guys from the U.S., from South America. Their players, some of them are in Europe.
Mhm.
This is quite like a scouting program they have, and they got Byron Bonilla, a player which basically he retired for about a year. Now he comes back, and that player, I would say, is the biggest threat from Nicaragua. He can easily be one of the decisive factors in order for the Nicaragua national team to compete.
Yeah, so expect Figueroa to his team to come out sharp. Expect they must come out with a little bit of fire in them belly. It's going to be a jam pack arena. The crowd is going to be very hostile in a way. Speaking Spanish. It's going to be a roaring crowd. So yeah, expect the home team should be feeding off that 12 man, and that's what been talking in the media in Nicaragua. The home team will have a 12 man backing, and they expect to be up tempo for this game. So yeah, it's going to be a very tough game later, and especially if it's scheduled for around, I think, around 30 to 40% rain, match time kickoff. So they expect the turf, again, Steve McLaren, going to have to make some adjustment. If it's not working out in the first half, the players are not adjusting to the turf. John Bell is on the bench, Romaro Williams is on the bench, Maggie is on the bench. If those players don't get the start, which I think those players will start on the bench, those players use the turf. Romaro Williams, majority of his last club teams in the USL, he have played on the turf. The switchback Colorado, they have played on the turf. With Maggie, Jean Bell for Seattle, they have played on the turf as well. You understand? So the players in that played in the USL, they used to the turf. So if the English players are not adapting well, we have players. Kevin Lambert, is he ready to get to play some minutes in the game after a late inclusion in the squad? After Deshaun Bernard got pulled out. Again, we have players that can adjust to the turf. What will McLaren do? He have to assess this game, and he have to make sure that he do the right thing in this game. Especially, this group is such a tight group. There's a small margin for error in this game. But Reggae Boys, come on, it's match day. Yeah, see you guys tomorrow for the Morning Insider. Doing my review of what happened in the game. Hopefully, as I think it will be 3 points on the day, after the final whistle blow. Forza, the Reggae Boys. Ciao, ciao, people. I'm out. Adios.